Today's webinar is going to be hosted by me, Kelly, and our co-founder, Daniel. Today's webinar is going to talk about all sorts of aspects of getting set up with your Jet and Walmart account. This is targeted towards new and existing sellers, so I know we have a little bit of both on here today. So first, like I said, today's presenter is me and our co-founder, Daniel. I'm part of the customer success team here. So we're going to start off a little bit about GeekSeller and our background. So we are an official partner of Jet and Walmart. I know most of you guys are going to be selling on one or both. Basically, why GeekSeller and the benefits of using GeekSeller. Jet requires you to have a third party to sell on. They don't offer you a platform. Walmart does offer you a platform, but they lack some of the features that we provide, which is why a lot of Walmart sellers tend to use us. Some of the benefits of using us include our repricer, which we just recently launched for Walmart. So we have a Jet and a Walmart repricer now. Product import, we can import products from a lot of different other platforms, including eBay, Shopify. You can use a spreadsheet, create single products. So we also do quantity sync from several platforms. So if you're looking to sync across a lot of platforms or just one or two, we can do that. We recently released a master panel that will allow you to sync throughout most of your platforms like eBay, Shopify, Walmart, Jet. So you can contact us if you have any questions about that. Product listings, our whole team is very knowledgeable about how to prepare products, how they should be formatted. So when you're using GeekSeller, it's definitely a plus that you have our team to kind of support you in that process. And like I said, our support team is great. So if you ever need help with products or orders or anything, we offer live chat support, email, and you can schedule a phone call if needed. We also, because we're a official partner of Jet and Walmart, we have direct support access with them. So if you guys are ever having any issues and for some reason need us to kind of help you with that, we can talk with Jet and Walmart directly. So even though Walmart recently purchased Jet, they are definitely two separate marketplaces. They have a lot of differences. A couple of them are fulfillment. With Jet, you are allowed to fulfill with FBA. I know it's one of our more popular options. Walmart does not allow that, so you would have to use either self-fulfillment or something like a 3PL service, which we are doing some beta with, which we hope to kind of announce to you guys soon. Variations, a lot of you are familiar with variations. What they are basically, you'll see on the right side here where the images are. They are, if you have a product with certain colors or sizes, Jet and Walmart really want you to group those together. So if you try and submit products with sizes or colors in the titles, usually Jet will let you know, like, we'd really prefer that you use variations. Variations differ on both platforms, so setting them up, it is a little bit different. Our team is always here to help you with that. We also offer a lot of different FAQs, videos, tools to kind of help you through that process because it can be a little tricky sometimes. Product identifiers, these are things like your UPCs, your ASINs, your EANs, your G10s. All of those are needed for these marketplaces. So on Jet, you can use an ASIN, whereas Walmart, you cannot. You'd have to use a UPC, an EAN, something like that. You can also just use UPCs on Jet. So Jet will allow you to have all of them versus Walmart only allows you to use the UPCs, the EANs, and G10s, no ASINs on there. Product preparation, like we talked about, a little bit tricky. I know a lot of our sellers come from all different marketplaces, and all different marketplaces are different. No one is the same. So when you're bringing in your products from different places or just creating new ones, Jet requires different things than Walmart or eBay or Shopify or anything like that, really. So with product preparation, we're here to kind of guide you through that setup. We'll provide you with templates, FAQs and videos, all sorts of things to kind of help you through that process. One of the big things is that Walmart currently allows you to sell new and used products versus Jet only allows new products right now. You also cannot sell anything that needs customization. So anything that you would sell that you could add a name to or a date or anything, Walmart and Jet currently do not support that. So when you get started with GeekSeller, your first step is getting approved. Walmart, Jet, and GeekSeller are 3 separate places that you'll need approval on. Walmart and Jet, depending on your products, depending on a couple of different things, you'll get approved on those marketplaces. So if you want to sell on Walmart and Jet, you'll need to get approved on both of those, as well as through GeekSeller. We have some links here where we send a follow-up email after, and we'll give you all that information. If you ever need help applying, you can always let us know. A big thing this year, we're about to go into our busy season of holiday selling. So if you're thinking, oh, maybe I want to sell on Jet or Walmart, you should really start getting approved now and getting your items prepared for the holiday season. So you want to aim to be set up and selling by October time. So your second step after registering and getting approved with all of us is connecting GeekSeller to your Jet and Walmart accounts. The first step you'll do is when you register with GeekSeller and get approved, you'll receive a welcome email. This welcome email is extremely important. This will usually come within 24 hours. This has a special email address we'll use to invite us to either your seller center or your Jet partner panel. After that, if you're selling with us on Walmart, you're going to want to claim GeekSeller as your integration partner. This just lets them know you're going to be using us and we can communicate with them on your behalf. GeekSeller will take care of your entire API setup. So once you invite us, we'll be able to take those keys and put them into our system and get you set up. After that, with Jet, we can do your order testings because they provide us the platform for that. Walmart is a little different where you'll actually have to perform the order testing yourself. This means that you'll actually perform real orders once you're set up, and then you'll be refunding and returning those orders. Now, like we said, that welcome email, very important. It'll give you those steps. It'll line out everything you need to do. So please make sure if you don't receive one after 24 hours or anything, you let us know. That way we can get you the proper unique email address for you. So your product setup, we already talked about this a lot. Products can be imported from eBay, Shopify, a bulk spreadsheet, or you can create a single product. All of these we can help you with. We have all the tools and templates for you. eBay and Shopify, we can do a direct import, which will bring over most information. Like we were talking about, remember that each marketplace is different. So even though we're importing from these, you might have to adjust your information just a little bit because everything is so different from marketplace to marketplace. We recently released a website called barcodedata.org, and this will allow you to import single products that are already listed on Walmart. So if you want to link your product to something that's already selling, you can go to this website and import the data, which will in turn, once you export it, will link it to that product. You can also import to Jet, but it's a little bit different and you'll just have to make some changes to the data before you export it to them. Using variations, very important to get your products approved. You want to make sure they're formatted in the variations. Jet and Walmart, they both have different variation setups. We have guidelines that'll tell you what needs to be set up, what information needs to be there. And if you have any questions, you can always let us know. I know a lot of users ask about an Amazon import. We currently have a partial import, which will let you import some of your basic information, and the rest you'll have to manually add in. So we can do things like SKU and price and titles, and the rest of things like description, everything you'll need to add. So with product approval, again, Jet and Walmart differ in this. Jet usually takes between 2 to 4 weeks, but sometimes longer depending on the season, the time of year it is, and what your products are, how many you sent to them. So with Jet, you want to try and submit as many products as possible. Same thing on Walmart, as many products as you can at one time. After a certain period of time, if they're not approved by that 2 to 4 week span, you're going to want to email them and just see what's holding up your approval, because sometimes there's some errors in your products and they just haven't let you know. So after that, you can fix them, let them know, and they can try and push it through. Walmart normally takes between 3 and 5 days. It can take longer, just like Jet. Once you submit your products, one of the features we have for Walmart is that you can check your feed status or export status. Every time you export a product, you'll see it in that export status, and it will tell you whether or not the item went through. If it didn't go through, you're going to want to click See Details, and it will tell you the errors with your product. You fix your errors and you can resubmit it. So you can't just keep resubmitting those. If they have errors, it won't just push it through. You need to fix them before you do. The other thing is you can only submit 10 feeds at a time. So some people like to do 10 products at once or a few products at once. That way they can get more submitted. So once you've gotten approved, you've gotten connected, and you've gotten your products all set up, you've pushed them to Jet or Walmart, you're ready to basically start selling. In your GeekSeller panel, you'll see these headers. This will tell you the statuses of your products and where they are. Approved means they're up on Jet selling, and you can also always click view on Jet or view on Walmart. There's a button under your product, and that will pull up your product on the Jet or Walmart site. Something to remember is that the feed statuses or the statuses of your products, they can take time to update. So if for some reason you get an order, like with Jet, this is kind of common, that you'll get an order before your item shows as approved. That means they just approved your product and the status just hasn't changed yet. This usually changes within 24 to 48 hours. So nothing to be worried about, but you should know that you can get orders before those items show as approved. Basically the same thing on Walmart. Instead of approved though, you'll see them as published, and you can always click view on Walmart once you click into your product, and it will bring up your product on Walmart. Pending status is basically where your items will go after you submit them. This does not mean they necessarily went through, so you always want to check those feed statuses. Once you check the feed statuses, if they went through, they should go from pending to published within a couple days. Your drafts are the same in both. Those are items that have not been submitted yet. So if you see products in drafts, you're going to want to submit them to Jet or Walmart to be approved. One thing to also note about Walmart, once we set up your API, like we talked about, you'll need to do your test orders to go live. So if you haven't done your test orders and you're just submitting products, you won't go live. You also need to submit at least 10% or 1,000 products to Walmart to go live. So make sure when you're applying with them or registering with them, you're giving them the correct numbers. They'll ask you how many SKUs you have. You don't want to give them too many or too less, because you want to make sure when you submit that 10% that your numbers are relatively correct on there. The next step after you've gone live is that you will start receiving orders. You'll get an order notification email. If you want to get it to another email, you can also set that up. That's just under your account settings. You can add a second email to get those notifications. And what you're going to do, processing order on GeekSeller is super simple. You're just going to go to your orders tab, order details, and fill in your shipping information. Once you do that, you click ship, and it will relay the information to Jet or Walmart that your order was shipped with the tracking numbers. If you're using a shipping extension, which we offer a few of, we have ShipStation, ShipWorks, Shipping Easy, and then depending on what platform you have, we can sometimes connect via FTP. So if you're interested in that, let us know and we can set that up. But using these extensions basically cut out the having to import the tracking information. So what would happen is if you were using one of those extensions, we would connect you. Your orders would come into GeekSeller and then be automatically pushed to whatever extension you decided. After that, you would ship it on your extension, and then we would pull back in the information and mark it as shipped. Everything once shipped in GeekSeller, we push those statuses and the tracking numbers to Jet and Walmart, so that will mark them as shipped and give your customer the tracking information. Coming later this month, we hope to have the UPS and stamps extensions done, which you'll be able to print labels directly from GeekSeller. And a few extensions we talked about already. For shipping, we have Shipping Easy, ShipStation, ShipWorks, and we are currently in a beta phase of testing some 3PLs. So people who don't want or can't use FBA for Walmart, we're looking for some warehouse alternatives that will work like FBA so you can ship from Walmart. Also, we have a lot of quantity sync options. We can sync from Amazon, eBay, Shopify, and a lot of different platforms using that STP again, but we'll have to speak further about that and see if your platform supports it. So now we've reached the questions. I know you guys have been submitting a few of them in the chat, which I think Daniel has answered. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and post them.